Stop. $100 a month. That is the dumbest amount of money anyone has ever gotten rich from. Two friends, both 24 years old, both making $42,000 a year, at jobs they both kind of hate. Same apartment building, same student loans, same dating apps, same gym they keep meaning to go to. On the outside, you genuinely cannot tell them apart. Fast forward 40 years. One of them is sitting on a porch they paid cash for. Retired at 62. Looking at a brokerage account with $632,000 in it. The other one is 64. Still working. Refreshing a 401k balance at his kitchen table on a Tuesday night. Doing the math on how many more years until he can stop. Same income their whole lives. No inheritance. No lottery ticket. The only difference between them? $100 a month. And a specific moment around year 9. That I am about to show you. Stick with me for 10 minutes. This is the most important auto-pay of your life. You invest $100 every month. You do not increase it. You do not get fancy. You just throw it into an S&P 500 index fund. The boring one. At 8% annual return, below the historical average. Here is what happens. After 10 years, $18,000. And I know what you are thinking. $18 grand in a decade? That is it? Hold on. This is the exact spot where 90% of people quit. And the next number is where it gets stupid. After 20 years, $58,900. You contributed $24,000. The market handed you $35,000 on top. More than you ever put in yourself. After 30 years, $149,000. You contributed $36,000. The market gave you $113,000. After 40 years, $351,000. You contributed $48,000 total. The market handed you $303,000. For the simple act of not panicking. If you run the same math at the S&P 500's actual long-run average, about 10%, you end with $632,000. $632,000 from 100 dumb bucks a month. You contributed less than the price of a used Toyota Camry. You ended with the price of a house. In most of America. Why does not everyone do this? Because $100 feels insulting. It feels like bringing a Tupperware container to a 5-star restaurant. Your brain says, that cannot possibly be enough. That cannot possibly matter. So people wait. They wait until they have more. Until they are in a better place. Until they get serious. Here is what actually happens when you wait. Researchers studied investors. The size of your first investment becomes the anchor for every investment after it. If you started with $20, that is your amount. If you started with $2,000, that is your baseline. When people wait until they can really invest, they permanently set their anchor at 0. Their default contribution becomes nothing forever. They are not waiting. They are choosing. Here is the part nobody wants to hear. The reason you have not started is not that you cannot afford it. It is that starting small makes you feel small. You would rather feel like someone who is about to invest $10,000 than actually be someone who invests $100. Both of those people exist. Only one of them is real. Every year you put in $1,200. For the first few years, the market gives you scraps. 48 in your own .500 by year 5. You are still doing way more work than the market. In year 8, you put in $1,200. The market gives you about $1,070. You are still ahead. Then year 9 hits. In year 9, you put in your $1,200. And the market quietly, without telling anyone, gives you $1,259. For the first time in your life, your investments earned more than you contributed in a year. Your money is now doing more work than you are. You have crossed over. And nobody throws you a party. Nothing happens. Your account does not text you. The S&P 500 does not call and say congratulations. You do not even notice it. But that month, sometime around month 104, your entire financial trajectory pivots. Before the crossover, you are an investor doing work. After the crossover, you are a passenger in your own portfolio. And every year after that, the gap gets wider. By year 20, your account earns 4 or 5 times your annual contribution. By year 30, it earns 10 times. Meet Sarah, 22 years old. Just graduated college. Working a marketing job for $42,000. She does not have a financial advisor. She does not have rich parents. She has a Roth IRA. She opened on her phone in 12 minutes. A $100 automatic contribution the day after payday. She does not check her account. She forgets the password. She has to reset it twice a year. That is her entire involvement. By age 65, about $447,000 at 8%. Or $823,000 at 10%. Tax-free. Because Roth. Sarah is not a genius. Sarah is not disciplined. Sarah is just on autopay. Meet Jen. 35 years old. Single mom. 2 kids. Her employer matches 50% of her 401k contribution. She puts in $100 a month. Her employer kicks in $50. Her effective contribution, $150. Jen set this up on her lunch break. In a Wendy's parking lot. Frosty in one hand. Phone in the other. 30 years at 8%. About $223,000. Her own money, the part she actually paid. $36,000. The rest is the employer match plus compound growth. She more than doubles the median for 401k for 55 to 64-year-olds. By being a late starter who simply showed up. Meet Elon. 50 years old. He had been saying I will start next year since 2002. What finally got him? Shame. A friend told him he was the kind of guy who never starts. It got stuck in his head. 20 years later. At age 70. Elon has about $58,000 at 8%. Or $76,000 at 10%. Is that a retirement? No. Elon is not buying a yacht. But here is the thing. Elon still beats the median for 401k for 45 to 54-year-olds right now. By starting 28 years late. On the world's most boring schedule. Late is better than never. By a 5-figure margin. $100 a month is not a financial decision. It is an identity decision. You are not choosing what to do with $1,200 a year. You are choosing who you are. Choosing whether you are the kind of person who participates in the economy as an owner or as a worker. Owners have their money working for them while they sleep. Workers trade hours for dollars and restart the clock every Monday. 2 completely different lives. The wildest thing about the system we live in? The door to becoming an owner is unlocked. It costs $100. It takes 15 minutes to set up. Brokerage accounts are free. Index funds have expense ratios of less than 0.1%. The door is unlocked. And most people just stand in front of it for 30 years, Googling whether the door exists. While the people who walked through it at age 22 are sitting on six-figure portfolios they barely think about. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab. 15 minutes. From your phone. Step 2. Open a Roth IRA if you are under the income limit. If you have a 401k with an employer match, use that first up to the match. Free money goes first. Step 3. Pick one fund. A total market index fund or an S&P 500 index fund. VTI, VU, FXAX, FEESROX. The names do not matter. Step 4. Set up an automatic transfer. $100 a month. The day after payday. Before your dumb brain says, I will do it next month. Step 5. Do not check it. Seriously. Once a quarter is fine. Once a year is better. Every time you check it, you will want to do something. And doing nothing is the entire strategy. Remember those two friends from the beginning? Same job. Same apartment. Same nothing. Both watched this video. Both saw the math. Both understood the crossover. Both got to the end. Only one set up the auto pay. That is the whole game. $100 a month is not an investment strategy. It is a vote. Every month on auto pay. You are voting on which version of you wins. Vote enough times in a row. And the version of you that wins is the version that did not need permission to start. The right time was 20 years ago. The second best time is during this video. Here is what you will do right now. 1. Hit subscribe. Because the algorithm will not show you the next video if you do not. 2. Write in the comments. Starting right now. This is not a joke. You will come back to this comment years from now. 3. Send this video to one person who says, I do not have enough money to start investing. Tell them, $100 is enough. Because the snowball does not start at the bottom of the mountain. It starts with one boring, pathetic dollar and rolls for 40 years. See you on the porch. At age 62.